So yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys are getting what you need from me here. Um, so let me just walk through what I set up and kind of see if there's any questions because I know I'm still waiting to hear back from him about additional stuff he wanted to track. The agreement that I have with him is that I will set everything up for all 27 locations once we agree upon what he wants to see. But he said that he needed some time to kind of think about what additional things he wanted to see inside of Looker Studio.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be patient on that. Um, so the main thing that I did across the board was I just added this website lead form for every location. Some locations already had it, some of them did not have it, right? So like this one, I set this up and the status says needs attention. Um, we can troubleshoot it. We can do whatever we need to. However, I have it all set up inside of GTM. Um, I would encourage you to kind of play around with it and see to make sure that you're getting what you need from this part. And so I can kind of show you how that would look. Typically, is we would be able to go to Genesis back. Oops.
Mhm.
And then I would go directly to the location that we're talking about, which is, I think, Austin West. Yeah. And then submit a form, like a test form to see. Um, this is just like the troubleshooting part.
This is the Austin West, not North Austin.
This one's Austin West. So I think there's also additional um, the Austin North account is probably in here somewhere too.
Yeah, there's North, and it's weird they did North Austin, then Austin West.
Mm. So here's this, and then if I submit, this should trigger the conversion. And there's no reason why it shouldn't. Yeah, I think something's going on here.
Weird.
So this is the conversion ID um, that we should see, and we can just look it up real quick. I like to do this. This is kind of fun. I'll just go here. Instead of that one, I'm going to go, there's a different variable that I want to use. It's a lookup table, but it's different. Here it is, ID to label. So then based on that, I should be able to look this part up. So this part should match the other section that they're asking about. And if it doesn't, then that's the problem. And it looks like it does. Yep. So this tag is already inside of GA4 or GTM. We've just got to make sure that it detects whenever it fires. So let's go over the conversion tracking. I have a form submit master event here. Here it is for conversion GADS. So it pulls in the lookup table ID as well as the label. So what I just showed you pretty much. And then it should fire based on form submit click trigger, which is when someone clicks the text that contains form submit here. Um, and that's not the best setup in the world. So maybe that's my fault. It might be that I can use the thank you page just from previous experience, I know that it's the one that's proper case here. So if I save that, we have an or situation, which is always nice. Is it not going to save for me? There were some updates on yesterday. Didn't say anything about them. What happened? Waco website leads. So he did some Waco stuff yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, I created one for Waco yesterday.
Okay.
In the default workspace.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. It shouldn't really affect us too much, but
And
so one thing that you should know moving forward is you really don't have to add separate tags. That so what I created here, it should capture every single form submit, but also the other one will capture every single call, and we only have those two conversions.
okay.
So what you could do, I mean, you can obviously you can do what you want. You can do it, but really all I got to do now is take what you did in Waco and just add it to the lookup tables. So I have to take the conversion ID and add Waco right here.
Okay.
And then I got to find the conversion IDs that you have, whatever they are, and drop that there, and then go to the other lookup table and drop in the conversion label. And I could do that for the call, and then I can do that for the form submit.
Okay, cool.
So it's pretty
Um,
straightforward.
so that's so you have a lookup table for the calls and one for the web form submit.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yep. So they both use the same conversion ID, and they'll use a different uh, label depending on the conversion.
Okay.
And so yesterday, which one of these did you set up?
All three of them as a brand new account.
All three of them. Okay, cool. So what's the difference between these two?
One
This
of
is
them is
like the
one.
clicking, and this is from an ad.
Yeah, one of them's from a call extension. So the top one is the ad extension. So they can actually click on the ad and it will go directly to their phone and call.
Mhm.
Whereas the other one, they go to the website and then they click on a phone number on the website
Mhm.
and that's how it calls.
Cool.
So
So
that's how I set it up for each one of the brand new accounts. Is it's web form, call extension, and call from. Not even sure the call extension. I have to do anything in Google in Tag Manager though.
for the call extension, no, just for the lead and the click to call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I can drop this here. We'll just do it live. I can drop that here, and then based on that, I can add another one. So we only have Waco, right? That's the only thing you added.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, and then if I jump over to here, I can just do this, add here, drop that there, and then go back, grab the conversion label, and that's there. So now we have the form submit. These are all for form submit. And then I'll have to create a separate one for click to call. So if you have any click to call information right now that's coming through, or that you're confused about or whatever, that should be showing up like this. But first, I wanted to get these form submits, and then we'll get the click to calls. And the reason I did that, Ben, correct me if I'm wrong with my thinking here, but if we're capturing every single time someone clicks to call from an ad, which I'm guessing that's a majority of the traffic, that'll be great. So that's already getting taken care of inside of Google Ads without any GTM intervention. But then if there's a form submit, we're funneling all those through GTM. And I was using that to kind of test and make sure that this system would work properly. And then we can do the click to calls. But it's a small tweak.
Yeah, that's fine. Click to call. I'm not even sure click to call actually works on the website because the thing is, it's like he pulls in a piece from Google Maps, and I'm not sure that when somebody clicks on the Google Maps portion that it counts it as one of our leads.
Mm.
That makes sense. Like if you're on one of the landing pages, I'll show you what I mean. Down at the bottom right. Or if you go to any of the locations. Too far down,
Yeah.
a little bit further. Right there.
This guy.
Yeah. Think that works for click to call, but I haven't looked at it on the mobile site. Like when I try to copy and paste it, it opens up a thing that asks me where I want to how I want to call on my computer. So I assume it's clickable on the mobile site as well.
Cool. Can you try the mobile side while we're on this call, while I'm doing this?
Yep.
So this just does the whole open FaceTime thing, which is normal. I'm already tracking that inside of GA, but not necessarily inside of Google Ads. So really, I can just import. I don't know why I can just do that. I don't really need to set up a separate conversion technically. I don't know. Let me think about it. I think that's how I was trying to do it originally, but
yeah, it works.
Okay, cool. Yep. So I just did this. I just made a click. I did a form submit. It looks like this succeeded and it fired correctly. Pulled in information from the data layer. We have some lookup table values that should have came in, but they did not. Strange. That isn't good. Why would I do that? Okay, I think I know what happened.
Okay.
Shit. Oh, this is working properly. When I go to submit the form, well, technically, I guess I could pull that information from the data layer and then push it in. So it's flipping to this other page after this click happens, and during this click, that is a form submit click. I have it coming in here as an event name, Austin West form submit. So it's going over the GA4. Unfortunately, it is not being caught inside of the conversion event for Google Ads, and that might be because why would that be? And then this is going to fire because of the thank you page. So it's going to fire me again here, which isn't what I want.
I don't know how Google Analytics works. I know how to set up like an analytics conversion in the old form, in the old way.
It's all good, man. I'm just talking out loud. I'm sorry.
No
I
problem.
think I can figure it out though.
Um,
So
and the way I just set up everything with Google Ads is directly from the conversion tracking in Google.
Siri's acting weird.
Uh,
Get out of here, Siri. Okay, go ahead.
the way I set up the conversion tracking in for the Google Ads is just directly from the conversion itself, like you're doing in the ad interface.
Mhm.
And I don't pull it in from analytics typically.
Yeah, I know. It would be so the problem with this is I have it coming in and here we go. Maybe I can go, no, I don't want to do it that way. Shit, that's not right either. Um, let me just show you. I can't really explain right now. If I go to form submit for GA4, this is an event that exists inside of GA4. And with that, I actually have lots of information I can pull in. I also have the visitor lookup table is there. So it's going to tell me what the visitor name is. I could probably add an event parameter just for good measure. Let me do that. It'll be like this. Just make sure that that's there. And then you can always click this to see what it is. Um, anyways, so we've got an inherited parameter here, which is always going to stick to this particular event. The problem with Google Ads, unless I'm pulling in what's inside of GA4, I have to set up the Google conversion side to pull in that additional information. However, there's not a clean way to do it. So
Is
let's do this. I got an idea.
is Austin West connected to the analytics account?
We're about to find out. I hope so. So instead of clicking website, you can click import GA4 web, continue, and then there should be conversion events here. And if there's not any conversion events, then you can't pull them in. Haha, I think we just answered the question. So we have events for form submit, but we don't have any conversion events. What's going on here? I love GA4, but it's so buggy, man. Okay, here we go. All right, so you can see the interest. I should be able to see some form submits like this. Not specified form submit shouldn't be happening unless that's from like the contact page, general contact page. But what I want to see inside of this is, for some reason, there's no form submit events coming through. which is really strange. So the problem with this is if I don't have, I have the thank you page here, which is essentially being counted as a form submit.
So,
Um,
so I set up Austin West originally. The Indians set up many of the others, but Austin West was mine originally to set up. And
Sure.
I don't have access to analytics for some reason. I'm not really sure what's happening there. I'm gonna talk with Paul about it this afternoon. Because the analytics that I have access to is like the old analytics and not accurate. And anyway, so I never linked up um, the analytics to the ad account directly. So I don't know.
I can probably do that. I didn't realize that that was the case. I thought we had them all here. There's 27 of them that's showing up here.
Well, maybe Paul linked them up, but and also some ad accounts were turned off and like before I ever showed up, and some have been turned off since. And
No worries. Just add all these. Yeah, we should be good. Is that okay? You good with that?
will it? That I'm not. Yeah, as long as it's like separating out the accounts and not. Yeah.
Yeah. So GTM is like a central hub, and then he's got um GADS set up as a central hub. I'm sorry. GA is a central hub, GTM is a central hub. Google Ads is the only one that has a little bit of everything, kind of all over the place. Because obviously you want to optimize for each location, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you set that way, I think. Mm.
So then I don't know. It's been a while since I've linked up analytics to a Google account, but I think you have to do it from both sides.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Maybe that's what's going on. Because I mean, clearly we can see that there's a form submit event that's coming through, but it's not being counted. And then subsequently, this conversion event isn't being counted either because the conversion ID and the label isn't coming through for some reason. It was when I originally set it up, but now it's broken for some reason. So we'll figure it out.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm here.
Awesome.
But yeah, after that's done, what I did right before you got on the call is I went and created this traffic acquisition report. Hopefully this helps. Just shows you over the last quarter where most of your traffic came from. Real simple. We could probably do something with conversions if that's what he wants, but I'm kind of, I can do it however he wants. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Any other questions? You had asked something about SEO or there was a traffic dip or something?
Yeah, so what's happened is that for some reason the we're not seeing any leads tracked uh for the the Grapevine location. And the And not just from Google Ads, but from SEO as well. Like for some reason, none of the tracking, like we're not seeing anything come in through those, and they pretty much dominate the space for SEO, right? So we should be seeing leads coming in from them, and we don't have any web submit forms for them from Google Ads. All we have is calls this month, and maybe that's the case. Maybe people just called and whatnot, but we could look and make sure that that's all set up correct. That would be amazing.
Sure. And so this is what I'm going into right now is debug mode with Tag Assistant. So we can see in real time which events are firing. And I'll jump over to the Grapevine location. And then let's just, you said the form submit doesn't seem to be working.
Well, it's not tracking. Yeah.
Okay, let me jump over here too. So these are linked. These should be good to go. I'm going to go into debug mode for GA4 to make sure that it's getting passed through here.
Grapevine's kind of a big deal because they're the owner of all of Genesis. So I want their shit as accurate as we can get.
Yeah, of course. Totally understand. Okay, so then we land on thank you page. This should be the form submit. This is Google Ads, conversion tracking, conversion IDs coming through. Let's make sure that this is accurate. Yeah, Grapevine. 4 visits, website lead. This is the one that we should be seeing, I would assume.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of these other ones are. Get directions, download, engagement, page view. Okay. It looks like we've got really low conversions over the past 30 days in general. So there's nothing that happened for store visits, website lead. There's only been calls from extension.
Yeah, that's our concern, is that all we're seeing is calls from the extension and no activity on the website itself.
Yeah, so there's nothing. This is the all-time since 2019. There hasn't been any store visits credited or website leads. So something's broken here.
Yeah.
But it's been broken, looks like. So 70, 38, 68. Okay.
And this one was set up long before I ever showed up. So maybe it's just completely wrong, right?
Maybe. We'll see. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can get the right things in here. Okay, we got phone call. We got this thank you page for Genesis. We can do this one. As an event, this is coming from GA4. And we'll just import this real quick.
So moving forward, when I'm setting up conversions, all I'll have to do is that what you just did there, import from analytics and look for that thank you page.
I mean, that's what I think would be the best way for right now. If they land on the thank you page for that particular since you're already locationally based and then you're on the thank you page, it's going to hit this account and that'll be fine.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
When new accounts get set up, will that is that something that you'll do, or is it something Paul will be doing, or I'll do when it comes to like the analytics setup?
Sure. So I would love, since you're running the show on Google Ads, for you to import it or set it up the way you want to. And my job is to just support how you want things to work in Google Ads.
Cool.
So we could also, I mean, you can do it that way. Obviously, you can do it the old way, which is website, and then
Yeah.
go and create the exact thing. So we've done them both ways, but this would be nice. And so that should track. There's been 29 of these, and we can remove these as primary. And I could actually change this. I think that would probably be really helpful to just call it submit lead form.
Agreed.
And then I got to figure out a way to make it I got to figure out a way to make it the primary.
So what does primary and secondary do? I've never really dealt with those.
It just lets Google know that it's basically for bidding optimization. This is what you want to happen. You want to attract people who are more likely to actually submit the form. And then Google uses machine learning to kind of understand behavior of certain users based on what they usually do, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so that should be good. And this is managed in GA4. I don't really have to even do anything with Google Ads at this point. I mean GTM at this point.
So when we set up a new ad account, like I'm doing North Columbus, Paul's already aware of how to connect all this stuff, or no?
No, I wouldn't. Uh, no offense to Paul at all, but I would. This is one of those things that you'd probably rather just do it on your own to make sure that it's good to go. Or I can
I mean,
do it. I mean, it just depends. It doesn't matter.
he sets up like the analytics and the Google Ad account and the website.
Yeah. So the GA is going to be set up already by me, and then GTM, I can set up each one in the looker in the conversion table. However, it seems as if we can get the event to fire inside of GA4, then we can just import it. And right now, we don't have any of the new ones other than the interest. So interest just lets me know that they're on the location page, but not necessarily taking any action yet. So it's kind of like a low level event rather than a conversion. What I would like to see is the location name plus phone call, location name plus form submit. And once those show up, all I got to do is go over here and click this button, and then they'll be made available in Google Ads. For some reason, beyond me, I can't see those, and these are all previously set up. I think these were like set up with brute force, just put in there, including the thank you page. Thank you page is fine. It just doesn't tell us what location.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which isn't an issue in Google Ads because Google Ads is set up by location. So we don't really have to worry about it. We can just import thank you
Okay.
page for that location. We're good.
Any idea, like estimated time on how long it'll take you to get this done? I mean, no pressure. I'm just curious.
Yeah. So I've already set it up. I've already shot it to see that we can actually see the conversion ID and labels. And the event is showing up itself. There's just, for some reason, it's not coming over to GA4. So I got to figure out why it's not showing up as Grapevine form submit inside of GA4. And that, the truthful answer is I'm not 100% sure. I can see it in debug mode, but I can't see it in reports yet for some reason. What I think I need to do is probably create what's called a custom dimension in order to capture this for reporting. That's probably what's going on.
Okay, cool.
So it's annoying because yeah, we can see it here. It's clearly here, but it's not showing up in the actual event ledger yet.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Really glad I brought you in on this because because obviously all our data is fucked.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's a couple of tweaks, knowing where to go in and surgically change certain things. But once this location-based event situation is figured out and useful, we'll actually be able to quickly look at a report and see that hey, these people are coming from Austin. Yeah, there was a form submit. Nobody cares to just see form submit or thank you. I want to know where they came from. And that's what this is supposed to solve.
Okay, perfect. Love that.
All right. Thank you, my man. I will work on that part of it. In the meantime, yeah, let's just import. I'm going to go ahead and do it for these, but as you move forward, let's import instead of creating a conversional website. Let's just import from here, GA4 web, and then you'll scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see thank you page. And this is the one we need to import over and over. We'll optimize there. Yep.
Okay. Makes it super easy.
Cool. Love to hear it.
And then for the phone calls, how do I do that? Would it be the same or will I have to set something up?
So the thing about the phone calls is I think that these were set up a little differently, and I can kind of show you that real quick here. There's something weird that happened here. So someone went and created these phone calls. This is based on a click to call, right? This is not based on the in-ad call or whatnot. So technically you can use these. These are all click to call. However, I don't think that they show up when you actually do a click to call right now, like inside of the event, the Google Tag Assistant. They're not actually showing up. So they're not really useful. I don't know how they had them set up in the past or if they were ever useful. If you could find that out, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the data. I'm not sure they've ever been useful either.
okay.
Even when
Yeah.
I've set stuff up too, like I don't think I've ever seen anything come from a click to call from the website. All I ever see tracked is the call extension.
Right. Yeah, it's the problem with those is they were created based on the naming convention from UA, and I think that they use all these parameters now, but it's very specific. Like if you don't have this phone number in this exact format when the click happens on the number, then it's not going to fire. It's like overly specific, so specific that it's broken.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. All right. Cool. Sorry I had to give you the nerdy answer there, but that's
That
the
makes
truth.
sense.
Yep. Cool. I'll yeah. So let's just do that thank you page thing and then we'll get the phone calls figured out next. The click to call phone calls.
All right. Sounds great, man.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Bye.
Thank you. See you.